Way!
Bye. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to Wicked Game. My name is Lydia, and I'm your DM today. With me is the magnificent Michelle. Whoa! Oh,
It wasn't me for once.
with me is Michelle, magnificent Michelle, and we also have. Am I getting it right this way?
No,
That's Michelle.
Tremendous Tom, then below, and joining us are some. Are you on screen, Nikki?
Yeah, that would be wild if I wasn't. You just said
I don't know. And there is, nebulous. That's mean nefarious, nocturnal Nikki.
He's got knees. Lydia.
He's got a kneeful Nikki. So that's us. We're Wicked Game, off to such a fucking strong professional sounding start. Love everything about it. Today we are continuing our campaign, the Divisia Sensus, following students at an arcane university. But first, let's do some shout outs. Lol. Marvelous mods. I've got to stop with that. All of that. It's fucking gross. Sweet Poison, Rooney Runes, Atomic Flash. Wait, Atomic Flash. Yes, that's right. And Joshy Longlegs.
It's not Atomic Flash, Liddy. You got it wrong.
Automatic Flash.
Yeah, you got it wrong last week as well.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm just so sorry. But also Joshy Longlegs, but who are our mods, and we really do appreciate so much.
Josh's birthday yesterday.
Yeah, it was. He celebrated his birthday, and now he's not very well, which is a real shame.
But he met an alpaca, at least once, so...
Same. Kind of evens things out. But speaking of, we're big fans of Dice and Slice that Josh is part of. And all our, I think this was the case last week as well, but we will reiterate all our EPs for the collab that we did with them are edited and in podcast form on there, wherever you get your pods, Dice and a Slice. All the stuff they do is fantastic. And I believe you have, keep your eyes peeled because they'll be bringing out some new content soon. Also, a big recommend from us is Some Other Heroes. It's another Twitch channel that we love. Check them out Sundays, every other Tuesday. Quality content, lush people. It is worth saying that for your comfort, dear viewers, that Michelle and Nikki have COVID. They're just enjoying that last act.
For your comfort, we got COVID. To make you guys feel better and more comfortable at home, we went and got a terrible disease.
Yeah.
Just so you know, everyone in chat, Michelle and Nikki got COVID, and Tom's just a dick. So
But it's basically so that if you see, if they go quiet, if there's a muting situation, so they can just phlegm it out for a second. We're just giving you the heads up. Now, having said that, previously on the Divisia Sensus, Sunny left to gather some information about how he could continue to do his very favorite hobby, and he went to a rival school to go and get some information about how he has a hobby where he's basically sort of surfs the dunes, and now there's no more dunes, so he's wondering what he can do.
A bit reductive of you there, Lydia.
Trying to be brief. He went with a second-year student and friend of Agatha called Kai, and some other first years who wanted to hitch a ride to investigate some things for their studies. So Sunny was gone. While he was away, Agatha and Hiraeth went to their classes and discovered that they are linked in tragedy. That Agatha had mistakenly cast a restricted spell and ripped a Fey being into the material plane, causing chaos and destruction her end. But in the Feywild, a young Hiraeth is being traumatized at watching his uncle torn to pieces by an unseen force. On discovering this connection, Hiraeth, he expressed some anger, and Agatha was mortified. But while Agatha pushes through like the rest of her day, connecting with some residents in the sanatorium and grappling with new dynamic, which is, being loathed by Hiraeth, Hiraeth sent a message home asking for some home comforts and absolutely telling them what he just found out. They did manage to come together towards the end of the day to investigate a house that they think there might be somebody imprisoned in there. So Agatha gracefully climbed the neighboring building and flung herself through a window on the top floor of the house, landing on broken glass and finding herself in darkness that could not be illuminated with magic. And there was horse breathing in the. I've just written that, and I got really confused. There was a horse breathing.
I was like, wait, I don't remember this.
There was horse
But the breathing was horse.
Nikki jumped from the shadows and strangles the horse.
There was some horse breathing in the dark. There was not horse. Lord, there was some breathing in the dark. Now, just to
it's an asthmatic in the dark. That's...
our favorite phrase, passing the kimono just a little bit. There have been some roles that have happened before the stream started. So that is so that everything is fair and above board. But for now, Nikki, roll the thing. In the heart of Mar Iridia, looking over the glittering city of Solarea, is the world's finest centre of learning, the Divisia Sensus. For centuries, this school has hosted the rich and influential and the greatest minds to have ever lived. Geniuses, leaders, holy figures, and legendary adventurers all had their start here. Though the school is built on old foundations, you won't find more advanced facilities for the arcane, alchemical, artistic, or academic, all behind powerful wards. The Divisia Sensus has the finest and most comfortable sanatorium in the known world. We pride ourselves on the care we give to those whose encounter with magic ended with a broken mind. Each year, we instruct students from far and wide in their chosen subjects and the rigours of life at the pinnacle of their field. There is no greater, safer, or more prestigious environment in which to receive an education. Lady Sophronia Apissimos, High Master of Divisia Sensus, welcomes you.
We're
What?
back. It's Horbing time.
Hiraeth. Hiraeth. You are outside on the street in front of the Orthonos house. A tall, part Byzantine, part Gothic, tall manor house. What you can hear is the slightly hysterical sound of music through the streets that is a combination of knee cymbals, ankle jingle bells, and a whistle.
The Stan.
You are sat, as you described it, with your hood up and part of your collar pulled up so it's just your eyes. You had taken a tambourine, you turned it upright to make it look like you were asking for money. But your skill check for that was low. Somebody crosses the road, just a random individual. They cross the road, they're smiling happily at Bing Bong's music, gives her a nod, sees you wrapped in this fine cape. And they go to put money, thinking you're collecting the money for the busker, in your tambourine. And as they get close, they just see your gleaming amber eyes poking out, and they have like a start and like hurry on. You hear the tinkling of broken glass behind you, and you turn back to see how Pnevma and Agatha are doing. And you see ruffled white petticoats soaring from one building to another. More glass breaking as she crashes through the top floor of the house. Pnevma is aghast, looks down to you, swings back, and leaps across to the other house as well. She is clinging to a slightly sloped bit of roof that leads up to the window that Agatha launched herself through. She did not have the jump spell cast on her, so she is doing normal jumping.
Hey.
Bearing in mind, they are about 3 floors up. Are you continuing to watch?
As opposed to... I think...
Cool. So Pnevma is standing there, and you see her not move from where she is. Her feet are held on the sloped roof, and she is facing towards the window, and she is not moving. She's roll me perception check.
I'll roll you a perception.
If you dare.
The shock of your actions has
Your actions
stayed with me over the course of the week. That was a fucking 10.
There's a funny movement that Pnevma's doing up there that you can't quite identify, but it sort of looks a bit like surfing. You know, bad surfing. That's what a 10 gets you.
I mean, assuming you'll give me this, I think I will step up. I will stand up and just sort of like hover underneath, just to be like.
You'd have to walk maybe 15 feet into the alleyway to be ready to catch her.
I mean, absolutely better than her falling to her death. Yes.
Okay. Then what I will narrate for you is this. You are bringing yourself up from the kind of sitting cross-legged position, watching the whole time Pnevma doing this balancing thing like this, and then what you see as you begin to move between the 2 houses is a tendril of magic lashing out from the window, circling her stomach. She yelps and is dragged from the rooftop. You see her clawing at the window as she's pulled inside. She nearly keeps herself out, and then she's pulled into darkness.
Oh, I immediately start knocking on the door.
You knock on the door. Bing Bong, while you went around to the side, is frantically untying symbols from her knees and comes up the steps to you and goes, Hiraeth, what's happening? What are you gonna do?
I have no idea. They just jumped into the window, and there's something in there.
Yes, I see what you're saying, but actually, I'm just before somebody quickly answers the door, I'm just gonna remind you, just quickly, you know, I don't know what your plan is exactly here, but they did a bit of a break and an enter, and we want to be like cool, yeah, we're gonna be super cool.
What do you mean cool?
Well, listen, yeah, you can't just like barge in.
But our friends are up there.
I know that, but we gotta be clever, Hiraeth. Here, haven't we? Think about it just for a second, right? Because they are currently criminals for breaking into somebody's house. If we go barging in, we're also criminals, yeah?
Okay.
Think about it. We gotta
there's honestly, Bing Bong, there is not much more I'm thinking about right now.
Okay.
This is pretty much exactly what I'm thinking about. The whole of me is thinking about right now.
You can see a figure through the glass walking towards the door. You gotta just we gotta be really, really nice to them and apologetic and try and talk to them, because if they call the customers, we could be we could all be expelled, couldn't we?
Okay.
And they could be expelled as well. So we're gonna be
what
really
do we
nice.
say? What do we? I don't know.
We're gonna be like a really cool fair being, and then you turn as the door opens.
Hello. How are you?
It is Wexford, the human, slightly older, balding gentleman who goes, "Hello."
Hello. I am dreadfully sorry to disturb you tonight. It's not something that I was hoping to be doing with you tonight.
What do you want?
I just want to check. Hold on. Just out of character, I just want to check a certain stat that I have. Crunchy shit. I hate to take up too much of your time, but my friend here was busking out on the street.
I could hear. Very
Yes.
interesting.
Well, it's a shame because there's some other people thought so too, and they stole her. They stole her flute, and it's a prized flute, and they threw it. They threw it in your window.
And Bing Bong, who is so tiny next to you, is looking up, listening to what you've got to say, and then just immediately goes, "My flute! My flute!"
It's from what I can tell, it's a prized possession. All they have been able to say is my flute for quite a while now. I wonder whether we could come in and look for it.
Please, can you roll for me deception?
Yeah. Oh my god, Lydia, why are you making me roll shit?
Why are you rolling digital dice?
Lydia, why are you because I don't have my dice here. Why are you making me roll stuff, Lydia? Can
Quite literally the game.
Can I get advantage because Bing Bong was absolutely helping?
Bing Bong was doing her own performance, so she rolls herself.
Lydia, no, she was meant to help.
Lydia, no.
I'm gonna fuck digital dice. I'm gonna find my actual dice whilst
Okay.
I.
All right. What was the
It was a
total?
9, Lydia.
He
Do I get anything because I'm hot, Lydia?
I mean, generally in the world it helps, but in this particular situation,
Does it help that this is the most whiny I've been about a role ever in one of your games, Lydia?
I will look for said flute And he shuts the door and disappears.
That could have gone better.
Right. Well, it's not over till it's over. He might come back. He might come back.
Okay. Is there like a back? Would there be a back entrance to this place, or?
There's always a back alley.
Okay. And I look at the alley. I run down and.
But wait a minute. Wait. All right. Okay. I can feel your panic. But what are you gonna do in a back alley?
Well, is presumably there's another door, like a back door for this,
Right.
And we could try again. We could try to speak to someone again and see if they will let us into the place so that we can help our friends. Because, as you've so rightly put it, they are breaking and entering right now, and this man is just walking around the house.
Right. What do you think our chances are of being able to stealth through from ground floor to top floor?
What
with
if
Right. I don't want to be the person that's like poo-pooing everything, but also, I feel like we need even just one tiny whiff of a plan.
Okay.
For confidence sake, just for your own self-confidence.
No, I completely appreciate that. I thought we had one. I thought we had
going through the back alley?
No. The plan before that. I thought we had a plan.
With the flute, my flute. Yeah, okay.
No. Before that.
Before that one, yeah.
And now two of us are in a house that they were not meant to be in. And
yeah.
I do not know what to do, Bing Bong. I don't know what to do, Bing Bong. What do I do, Bing Bong?
The door opens again, and he goes, "There's no flute. I'm sorry, I must be somewhere else."
No. There's absolutely there is absolutely a flute. I wonder, what is your name?
It's Wexford.
Wexford. It's truly a pleasure to be here with you tonight.
Again, yeah.
Again, of course. I wonder whether Wexford, we could come in and look with you, Wexford. Would that be okay, Wexford?
Where's your friend?
What friend?
That saucy little friend of yours.
Oh, Wexford. He's not here right now, but I can certainly, Wexford, I can put in the good word for you. How about that?
No. He absolutely blew his chance with me.
Oh, that is not how he does it, Wexford.
I'm not saying anything else. It's private matter.
Wexford.
You may not come in. This is a private residence, not even my private residence. This is my place of work.
Okay, Wexford.
And I tell you, there's no flute.
Did you check everywhere, Wexford?
I checked everywhere.
Because
Can you please give me a disadvantaged deception check? Yeah, it is deception because you're still asking about a flute. But this time, well, how about this?
Yeah.
This time, because Bing Bong is not going my flute anymore, but she is like hiding behind your robes, like she's she's going for the sweet little girl thing, just with like her jagged teeth as she kind of is like. So you get that cancels out the disadvantage.
Cool. I already rolled, but I feel like it'd be unfair of me to choose between the two rolls. May I roll again?
Yeah.
That was a dirty 20. 16.
You may enter the premises and stand in the parlor.
Wexford, I could kiss you right now.
Please don't. I'm not keen on that. You come in, stand in the parlor.
Okay. We will
I
absolutely...
will go and look again. If you move from the parlor,
Yes.
I will call the custards.
Of course. Of course.
We understand each other.
Oh, we understand completely. Thank
Angela Chari is downstairs. She stands for no whiffle waffle.
I don't know who that is, but I'm sure.
He opens the door a bit more and gestures. He sort of stands in the hallway, like guiding you through the door and immediately round to your left into a very prettily appointed parlor. Velvet chaise longue. The windows are stained glass. There's beautiful drapes. There's artwork on the walls. Please, well, I'm not going to tell you what you roll. And he scuttles off up the stairs.
Cool. I would like to, I mean, first of all, I would love to take a look at, yeah, fuck it. I'd love to take a look around for any kind of, like paintings of people or anything like that that might show us, give us a little bit of a clue. But more importantly, I'd like to hear for anything.
Very, very good. So in my imaginings of this, you are walking around the room looking at stuff, but you're walking softly so that you can use the fullness of your ears.
Yep.
Roll perception for me,
I'm doing
please.
The thing that dogs do when they're trying to hear sounds of different frequencies.
Bing Bong is like right on the edge of the threshold of the parlor, like looking up the stairs where he went. Tell me what your perception check is.
So +4, that is a 17. 13. It was so close to being a 1, and I got very scared.
17, did you say?
Yeah.
You take a lap of the parlor, and there are a lot of paintings in this room. There, there's wallpaper that is, very decorative. It's very busy kind of parlor. It's got that Edwardian style wallpaper that it has like tropical flowers and stuff on it, and then paintings in front of it. And there is family paintings here that have a lot of people in them. And there are individual paintings. There is a painting of a woman. There is a painting of a woman with 2 children. There is a painting of the full family together. There is a painting of a younger 30-year-old man. There is, there's a number. It is a number of family portraits through the decades.
Okay.
And there are. This place feels like money. It feels like everything has been perfectly picked out and is expensive. And
this is a wild thing to say, but do I recognize anyone in these paintings at all? From town, from school, from anything?
You don't need to roll. No.
Cool.
Unless. No.
Cool.
But roll for me like a raw. No, yeah, wait. Roll investigation, I think, is probably the best way of doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to give you every opportunity.
Oh, that was a 19, natural 19.
How's that intelligence, Paladin?
Huh?
How's that intelligence going?
That's 19.
Okay. You're recalling back about why you were even here in the first place.
Yep.
Through your panic, you're like, oh, we had a thing that we were here for. This was a family unit, and apparently the daughter of the family has been imprisoned here for 25 years. But look at these pictures. That's her as a grown woman with children. So she has not been imprisoned here.
So we're about to get expelled for nothing?
That would be what your investigation check tells you.
Nice.
Listening wise, because it was a good roll,
Yeah.
right?
It was a 17, yeah. It was
It was a 17, which is a good roll. We forget because we're fairly good rollers, but 17 is good for level 2. You can hear, it wouldn't be on this floor, might be on the next floor, but maybe even the floor above, of this beautiful like wooden spiral staircase. Whispering. You absolutely can't hear what that whispering is, but you know that there is just a little bit of conferring far away.
Oh, I fucking hate that. That's not good for me. To me, that's not good. Thank you. Hearing whispering, I'm going to do a bit of my own, and I'm going to pop over to Bing Bong and say, okay, Bing Bong, we are now officially not breaking or entering. We did enter, but we didn't break to get in. You're a second year. Can you do anything for us to help us?
She like whirls round to you, and her enormous yellow eyes look like right up, and she's like, "Is it too late for like a disguise self? I don't know what.
Possibly.
What about Oh, I know what I could do. You talk to them. I've got a spell. I can cast sending to Agatha.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think of it before.
Yeah,
okay, you talk to them. I'm gonna do a little bit of sending, but I'm gonna go and stand behind like the curtain or something so they don't think that it's me.
Yeah.
And she just looks at you and she like holds the lapels of your robe and goes, "Don't fuck it up." And she like runs off to the corner.
I just take a second to just think, this has been a really not very good day. This really has not been a good day. I think as I'm walking, I think just desperately, innately, I just like, I close my eyes and I rub my temples and I just go, please be okay. Don't fucking die, please. And as I do, I cast detect magic. If that's, I'll read, because I'm scared that there's something terrible.
You cast detect magic. Now, just give me some little reminders about what the radius is of that.
30 foot. 30 foot. Yeah. 30 foot.
Yeah, that's good. Out it goes. Vroom, and loads of things light up. It is like, as you look around, you realize every drawer has a magic item in it. And as you are kind of looking, and it's almost like that kind of X-ray vision of being able to see little blips through the, through the ceiling, you kind of see a couple of objects like bobbing towards you. And as you focus on it, you realize that there's a gentleman walking down the stairs. It's not Wexford. This is he's got he's not like terribly pale, but he is a white man with chestnutty hair, and he's got his hand out ready to shake. And he says, hello, I'm Jerome Orthonos. How can I help? I hear there's something about a flute. I'm not sure that we can help you.
Jerome, it is a pleasure. My name is Hiraeth. The pleasure is truly all mine. Yes, as I'm sure Wexford has already filled you in, my friend was playing music outside, and someone evidently did not like that music, so took her flute and threw it into your window, into the very top window of your house. I would like to insight check whilst I say that, into the very top window of your house, describing that window. God, Tom, why are you doing this with the rolls today? I know they've been okay, but still, that's a +4, so that's a 10.
That face is unreadable.
Cool.
I thought I was going to find a more poetic way of saying that, but it didn't come to me.
What?
Well, that
Very
is
quickly.
unfortunate. Wexford really looked in that top room, couldn't find anything. But tell me, if you, I'll come out and look in the. Maybe it fell down into the alleyway. Let's go and have a look in the alleyway.
It certainly did not fall in the alleyway. I was relatively close and couldn't hear it. But can I just ask, as I'm kind of filibustering for time with this man, what sort of like flavor of magic comes off this man?
You understand that this house, in the short space of time, essentially there's a lot of different kinds of magics here that are like layer upon layer upon layer, so you would have needed longer to identify every single one, but I can tell you a few that are right in front of you. There are drawers that have these little pings inside the drawers that are a mixture of enchantment, evocation, and la la la, I don't know. I don't really know. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but possibly
That's okay.
alteration. And the one that the thing that was bobbing that he has on him is for sure evocation is one of them, but it's a mix, and you didn't quite get time to really study it.
Okay. May I just say, your home is delightful.
Oh, thank you. It's actually my parents' home, but I stay here a lot.
Incredible. Yeah, no, it's beautiful. You must be very lucky to have this in your family. Your heritage is heritage.
This is my childhood home. I grew up here. It is, I mean, blessed. Can I show you out, or is there anything else?
Well, okay. Sorry. Yeah, of course. It's just it's just getting used to things here. It's customary when you invite someone into your home that you give them a brief tour in the Feywild. But evidently,
Are you from the Feywild?
Oh well, I don't tell anyone, just anyone, But yeah.
How interesting. Can I buy you a drink? There is some really nice bars in this city, and I'd love to hear stories of the Feywild. Sorry, is this your friend? And you just see Bing Bong is like looking around the side of the curtain, like yellow eyes wide.
I fully have like an image of this entire conversation happening, and just her feet sticking out from behind the curtain, just just muttering to herself. Oh fuck! I don't want to leave, but I think I'll look towards Bing Bong and just kind of give her a pointed look as if to say anything.
She gives a very slight, she shakes her head, and you're not quite sure if that means what that means, whether that is about what he's about to take you out for drinks or whatever it is, but she's very slightly shaking her head. Well, I mean, I tell you what, tell me where, if I find it, which I don't think we will because we really did look, but where can I send it?
I just don't know. It's just,
You don't know where you live?
it's such a strange, it's been 5 days of just being here, and
5 days? 5 days?
Yeah, this is as much Tom going, what, why, like, how do I help, as it is Hiraeth. I apologize.
Sorry, if it's 5 days, did you come with the students? Did you go to the school?
Do you wanna go to the bar?
Bing Bong, seeing this frankly psychic damage inducing conversation, runs forward and just holds your hand and goes, "Brother, I pissed myself. I need cleaning."
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
I think I've got a number 2 coming. We better be quick.
We've gotta go. Unless you have a toilet or something that we can use.
He looks and goes, "God, could you just take it out? The rugs are so expensive here."
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's been a pleasure.
I don't mean to be rude, but honestly, Wexford is not going to be happy about cleaning that up.
Oh, Wexford. Poor Wexford. All right.
And he's sort of gesturing you out. He's not touching you, but he's doing that like wafting of.
As he's gesturing and wafting, I'd like to just one final ditch effort of a divine sense, if at all possible.
Oh, a divine sense. Yeah. Nothing.
Okay.
Celestials, fiends, undead.
Yeah. Okay. It's been a pleasure. Goodbye.
I tell you what, I feel like that was unfair. Give me one final persuasion, because you said about the toilet, and I should have given you one final persuasion roll. He's just like shutting the door, like watching this sticky goblin, just like next to you.
Sticky.
Why is she
Have you got
sticky?
toilet paper or something? I'm just gonna have to use my hands.
I've written so many eventualities as to what Tom might have done, and this actually isn't one of them. Roll persuasion, just in case.
It's been such a fucking day for poor Hiraeth. That's 17.
He says, "One moment," and he goes in. Just for a second, dips into another room, comes out, hands you a cotton handkerchief.
As he, oh shit, why do I want to do this? Fuck it. Gremlin Tom's out. As he,
Oh no.
As he goes into one of the, why am I doing this? As he goes into, like into another room to find some napkins or whatever the fuck he's getting. I'm just gonna run up the stairs. I'm not breaking and entering. I've been let in.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna need is as you run past him, because he's just in the door. As you run past, we're gonna have a quick opportunity attack as he tries to grapple you.
Okay, Lydia.
No, I'm going to give you a chance. You are an athletic person. That is unfair. Give for me an athletics roll first, because I want to see if you are maybe absolutely so swift that you get by him before he even notices.
I'm just so sorry, Lydia. I'm so sorry, and everyone else.
Let's do it.
This is a.
We're on it. We're doing it. We're going.
22.
A 22?
Yeah.
Oh my god! No grapple. He steps out and sees you running up the stairs, and Bing Bong just screams after you, "Go!" and and she runs out of the house in the other direction, and he is like standing there. He tried to grab, but you were already gone, and he just goes, "Mother!" And you are sprinting up to the first floor. Yes.
Yes, yes, Lydia.
Okay, what I'm going to need to do is, can you roll initiative? But I'm going to keep it a little bit secret because you don't know how many people there are in this house. Oh. Just rolled a natural 20. I'm sorry, but can I just say, Ash's dice that she gives me rolls so many natural 20s, and the Ash's dice that she gave Michelle rolls so poorly.
Mine roll very well.
Ash, you've truly fucked these poor people, and I thank you for it every day.
Grapple me, tackle me, drip down the side of me.
No.
I
Piss down my goblin baby.
I got a 19.
Aren't you so happy with your mentor? That is your second year mentor is a fucking inspiration.
It's incredibly fucking fitting.
So how have you been helping your first years? I pretended to be a child and pissed myself. Sorry.
Sorry, what was your initiative?
19.
19, which is great, but it's not quite good enough because mother. As you like turn the first little bit of the stairs and you see the first floor, and this like reedy elderly woman turns, and she is holding a wand in her thumb and forefinger and goes, "Not in my house." Think. And can you please for me roll a wisdom saving throw?
Why is this happening? That was a 14. So hold on. 18.
You feel for a second as you're running almost like this thing wash over you, like your muscles are about to seize up, but then you're like, I can't let these guys down, and you shake it off. But the turning and the looking at her gives Jerome's go. Yours was 19.
So scared.
Jerome is going to grapple you now. So it is. Can you please roll either athletics or acrobatics?
Yes, I can.
What is it?
That was a 12. Natural 7.
I had a moment of like, I can't let them down. I will not be spellbound by these people. And then you are absolutely knocked into the side, and he has got you in his arms. And
Fuck it, Lydia. I look at him and say, release me. And I'd like him to roll a something check. Wisdom check for me, please.
is it a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, sorry, it is. It absolutely is. I'm just very scared, Lydia.
He got he got a 4.
In that case, he's commanded to release me, and I scrabble back up and start running again, Lydia, please.
You start running, and it's your go. So you've done your action, your full movement up the stairs. Are you doing full movement?
That's a really good point. I'm glad it was my go, because I just did an action. I'm using full movement to get as far as I can up the stairs.
You can't. I mean, here's the thing: the stairway has a woman in that space.
I will, not for long, Lydia.
This poor little old lady's going. She
might be in my bad books right now, but like Agatha's one of my people, and so is Pnevma.
So here's the thing that I just need to like. A shove action is an action.
Oh shit!
And you've done your action. I'm
gonna get right up to her and look at her with the most feral fey self I can, muster as much sort of like height and posture as I can, and I just say, move.
I will. You know what? I don't usually do it, but I'm going to allow an intimidate check.
Okay, it's a 13 on the dice. I don't know what my
I feel like we need to up the music a little bit.
intimidation is +4, so that is a 17, Lydia.
She has such a look of steel, like nothing could move her. I just want to double check what her stats are. Not good enough. Like nothing would move her. And then you, even a few steps down, you're taller than her, and telling her to move, she just shrinks back for a second. But behind her is an open window, and she leans out and screams, "Custas! Custas!" Is that your full? Are you going to use the rest of your movement to go past her?
Oh, I don't know, Lydia. Can I go to bed, please? I just want...
No.
This has gone away, but I didn't expect it to. Right from the offset, can I just say, from the end of last session, it went away that I wasn't expecting it to. And I still have no idea what to do. I carry on. I carry on, Lydia. I carry on up the stairs, Lydia.
You like run across the landing to go up the next set of stairs, and you turning sort of, he's descending the stairs, is an older gentleman, also holding a wand.
Okay.
And
Okay.
goes, can you please no does an 18 hit?
An 18 hits.
You take 8 points of fire damage as this mote of fire comes out, hits you like square in the chest, and you feel that fire burning through your robes. It burns the I know you put on your chain vest, but you feel your skin sizzling beneath the vest. And
Is he? So sorry. I'm lost. I'm just lost in panic.
key people that you are currently in combat with.
So
You have on the ground floor, well, not on the ground floor, but halfway between the ground floor and the first floor is the 30-year-old man who tried to grapple you, who tackled you. Mm-hmm. On the first floor, the lady that you intimidated. She's now leaning out of the window, screaming for Custas to come to her assistance. On the stairwell is the third and final elder gentleman. All three have wands. He has just hit you with a firebolt, and that is the end of the round.
So the last bit of information I'd like, in the geography of the house, the next floor up should be where Agatha is?
No.
The floor after that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So, top of the round, Jerome.
If you're fucking fine after all of this, if you're just if you've just gone home,
I can't say anything at all.
you're not crying, so you're not dead.
Jerome, she's dead inside. I sorted that. Jerome runs up the stairs, turns the corner, and goes to cast on you. No, I'm not the one that rolls, you stupid pillock. Please, can you roll for me a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I know. I'm shitty to myself. Give me one thing.
Fuck you. It was a natural 20.
Ooh, these guys are having no luck. Again, you feel that thing as the smell of your own burnt flesh rings in your nose. You feel your muscles tighten, and you're like, oh no. Next in the order, though, I think the elderly lady is going to run downstairs and out. She's still screaming for custards, but she's running out into the street.
Do you have to roll to see if she slips downstairs and dies?
Go on, roll it.
Listen, if you want to start with those sorts of rules, my friend, things are going to get very complicated for you as well. She's out in the street. You can't see any of that. But yeah, you're busy. I'm not going to tell you. It is now your go.
Oh. Well, I'm this fucking far now, aren't I? I mean, so listen, Lydia, listen. In Hiraeth's head right now, it's all gone a little bit topsy turvy. But the thing is, like, I have no evidence of anything happening right now. If I leave now, I'm just a guy who ran into a person's room. If I carry on and find my friends and also find something in the attic, you know, I might be absolved of some of the crimes. And even if I'm not, I'll have my friends, and we'll all get expelled together. So I think I'm just gonna carry on running and use there's no one in front of me currently.
There is. There's the older man.
Why are you there? Cool. I'm just gonna. Is he blocking the stairwell?
Yeah. Because he was like descending the staircase, wasn't he? And did this, but he stood at the bottom of the stairs.
Nice. I'm just gonna like barrel into him then. Fuck it. Like I'm gonna.
So you're gonna use your action to barge him as you go past. Sorry.
I'm gonna use the barge action. Yes. That's what I'm gonna do.
God, I haven't even looked up the barge action.
I think it's contested strength, similarly to.
Okay.
But
he gets it's 14 on the die, so that makes it 14.
I got an 11 on the die, which makes it a 16.
You are shoving an elderly man. It's just all the good feelings right now. You shove this elderly man.
So close to an anxiety attack right now.
And you run up the stairs. So I would say, getting your full movement, you are now on the landing of the second floor.
Yeah.
There is no human left in front of you. They are all behind you. Which are two men, one like older man and one like 30-ish-year-old man that you know to be named Jerome.
Yep. I think. I mean,
you've done an action. You've done your movement. Have you got any bonuses? Is there anything else that you want?
I don't think I can bonus. I mean, could I? No, I can't do that. No, that's my turn. Good lord, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't think it would be this long.
I did. You don't do that face, Nicky. You made it wrong. I didn't do you. Final person in the round is the elderly man who has been barged. Who turns. He is going to need to move. He runs up the stairs so that he can get eyes on you, and he's going to do this. He points the wand at you again, and out of the tip of the wand flies
penis.
A cloud of mites and surround you. Can you please make a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah. Is now a good time to say that I'm immune to mites?
You got that deep.
Lydia, is that okay? Yeah.
That's not a thing.
That's a 12 on the dice. What is my Constitution? Ah!
Quite good, is it not?
No, it's not. It's a 13.
You
13 plus
take
13.
3 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Now, please, can you roll for me? This is an important one. A D4.
Lydia. Lydia, that's a 3.
What a bitch of a spell.
You find you are in a cloud of mites that are like biting you, and like you can feel your blood being brought to the surface. You can feel wet on your skin where you're being nibbled at by these mites, and you sprint to try and get away from it, and you find yourself running back towards the guy who is going to use his reaction to try and grab you because you ran back towards him. This is complicated.
Can you use a grapple as an opportunity attack?
It's an attack. I know. I bless your heart, but yes, because it's just an attack. It's an attack, and you can do any of that stuff.
You can grapple as a reaction. You just can't do damage.
Yeah. Whenever it's been relevant for us, Tom, we've been too high level, so damage has always been the more advantageous option.
Cam
did it a bunch.
His grab was not great, so you might be able to just get him off you. He rolled a 15. You need to get over a 15.
12 athletics. I just I like elbow him in the temple. That's a 12 plus 5, 17.
Yeah, he goes to like grab you, and you simply backhand him.
Of all of the sessions that we've had, Lydia, this is the one that I'm enjoying the least. I just want you to know.
Do you want to go back to the comfy chats and like just drinking in the Apony and working out what your classes are and stuff?
Level 2 still, Lydia.
Okay, top of the round. You see the man, Jerome, come round the corner. So now you're looking down the stairs. There's the elderly man that you just backhanded, and there is the younger man at the bottom of the stairs. He is going to... You know what? He doesn't have a lot of choices. Please can you roll a wisdom saving throw for me?
It was a 3.
I knew here we go.
That was a 3 plus 4 for a 7.
This has been chaos for Hiraeth. It has been like making sure that you're not grabbed by these magical beams that are coming towards you, the mites slapping old people, running. It has been pure chaos. And then finally you are overwhelmed by a feeling of being, your muscles constricting, and you are held in place.
I think can you please just give me this? As my muscles contract, I just say, just give me back my friends. As it sort of like contracts my my vocal cords, and I'm just sat there.
The older man who you slapped, who sort of dramatically was against the wall, turns back and looks at you, and like really looks in your eye. Jerome is the one who is sort of all business, and he is is already beginning to tip you over like a grandfather clock to carry you down the stairs and like tie you up so that you are like restrained. And he goes, "Father, get yourself out of this. Come on, we have to get them arrested," and is pulling you down the stairs. Now, you can succeed, and this is not a very long spell, but you are now tied. So I will give you this. I will give you one. I mean, this is just going to cause such fucking chaos. But you have one save before you are tied. As he's like, putting ropes around you, you have one save that could get you out of not of being tied.
Oh my god! No.
You just don't bother.
I'm so existentially tired, Lydia.
If you are, I think.
Can I use the time just to beg? I just say, please give me back my friends.
You are going to have to talk to the Custers about this.
Where are they?
Well, they're coming. All of this as you're like being like pushed down the stairs, and I would say that we'll kind of imagine that for a certain amount of time, some of this talking is like, and then because the spell only lasts a minute,
yeah,
and you get to do re-rolls on your turn. So there'll be a certain amount of time when you are sort of partly paralyzed, and then part of the time you can actually speak. Yeah. They stop engaging with you after a while as you are brought down and laying on the ground of the hallway. The door is open from where the mother went out into the street, and you see two Custers walking up the steps into the house with next to these Custers is the form of Bing Bong, who's like half like running and like looking up and like spewing excuses about a flute and like talking to them going but there's and it is Frogget and Tanner who are walking up the steps and the older lady says, "It was a violent outburst in our home. Came in, fooled their way in, past our butler with some crazy story about a flute, and then barged past and was violent to all of us. Theft, maybe? Drunkenness? I don't know."
I'd like to insight that, please, Lydia.
Yeah, of course.
Just all of that. Freaking 10 plus something, Lydia. 14.
She is not a gifted actress. She has never really needed to be a gifted actress, and you feel like you can't tell that whether Frog and Tanner are buying into it, but she is going whole hog. But there is not a nary a tear is actually falling from her eye. But she is really hamming it up about how unsafe she felt. Yeah. Mary Tanner says, "Yeah, but like, what happened?" And she sort of stands over you and goes, "I've seen this one before. So just talk me through what happened. I've heard your side of it. We'll come back to you," she says to the lady. "Why don't you explain?" And like looks to you, and she just gently pushes Bing Bong to one side. "I've heard you. Thank you."
I think I'm just like on my back looking up at the ceiling, and just a tear just sort of like falls down my face onto the floor, and I just say, they've taken my friends. I was trying to get them back.
How have they taken your friends? Just snatched them off the street?
They have them up in the attic.
Oh.
They've taken my friends.
She turns to the lady who goes, "How would I have children in my attic? Outrageous. Outrageous. Why? Why? What could I... What? How? Why?
Check. Just go check. And I just close my eyes, and I'm just.
Okay,
there.
can you give me... Can you give me an advantage? Can you give me a persuasion roll? It's not advantage, I don't think. You're prone. That's not a rule.
Actually, if you try and lay down and persuade someone, it's notoriously difficult.
Do I get advantage for being just broken? That is an 18.
I thought you were going to get advantage because they're Frog and Tanner and they're on the case.
No, wait, that changes the DC, and 18 is enough. Mary looks at you, looks at Tanner. Right. It seems to me like there's no good reason why we shouldn't have a quick look round. I'll be respectful. We can leave him down here and that one. But you don't, it wouldn't be too bad if I went, right? You could take me. I don't, I've not got a warrant, but, as you've said, you've got nothing to hide. And Lady Orthonos goes, I think it'd probably be fine. Should we just go for a quick look round and then we can put this all to bed? It's so easy. Right. Well, I'll have to see. My husband was gravely injured, I believe, gravely injured in this whole ordeal. But, you'll be able to see that as we go. And she sweeps past and you just sort of feel her skirts as she steps over you. And Frogget and Tanner go up the stairs and you are laying there. By this point, Jerome has come down and is standing over you. And Bing Bong is sort of looking wide-eyed at you. She just kneels down and pats you gently.
I just lie there and let her pat me with her piss-stained hand.
She didn't really piss.
You don't know, you're not there. This is all because of you.
It's not real piss, Hiraeth. I carry a small sack of apple juice taped to the inside of my thigh.
Brings a reverse shiwi. She just pulls the neck of her jumper up, and you hear in your head, I tried sending, it didn't go.
Presumably I know I can send back, right?
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna be a dick about that.
I just sit there with my eyes closed and just say, they're there. They'll find them if they can get in. I'm so tired.
She can't reply to you, but okay, she can't reply to you because the guy's there. You just sit there for a while, and after the span of maybe 10 minutes, you hear chatter as the three of them and four of them actually come walking back down, and Mary Frogget steps towards you and sort of, she puts her hands on her knees and looks at you and says, I'm sorry, there's really no one here. I went through everything on that top floor, nothing. Absolutely nothing, I promise. Now, I'm going to walk with you. She turns to them and says, I'm going to roll him out. I'm going to untie him outside of your house, and then I'll take this from here. After all, didn't take anything? Did they damage anything? She was like, well, it's trauma, emotional trauma. She goes, all right. What I'll do, me and Tanner will sort this, and we'll circle back and talk to you about whether you want to press charges. But I'm going to just pull this all out of your house now because you've got some nice things here. So let's just get first things first. And she literally just rolls you out of the house. And once you're on the top of the step, she cuts it, and she just shuts the door. So now it is you, Bing Bong, Frogget, and Tanner on the top of the steps that lead to the front door of the townhouse. She goes, right, come on, let's take a walk. Don't do a runner, because obviously we know where you're going to run to. Let's have a chat.
I've got nowhere to go. And just, stand up, fully shoulders sloped, like the hair has just lost all kind of life. I'm just hanging there, like...
You're all right. You're all right. There's a bench over on the other side of the street. We can have a little chat there, or we can go wherever you want. But let's go through this. You can talk to me about it, because as things are, gonna have to go to the school. They might press charges. You know, you seem like, I know you know Agatha. You know, she's so.
I look up at her and just say, I'm not lying to you. Agatha is up there.
It's Agatha that you think they've got? How do you know?
I saw it happen.
Right. All right. Tell it from the beginning. What did you see?
Just breaking everything. I just fucking tell them. I tell them the entire story honestly. I say exactly, like I talk about I can't even remember his name. I'm so fucking
Old Drunk George.
I tell them about Old Drunk George. I tell them about Agatha trying to get us to help. I tell them about everything. I leave out all of my shit because that's irrelevant. But like I go through the entire fucking story, and I'm entirely truthful about every single, including including the fact that they both dove through a sheet glass window.
Give me an advantage persuasion check, please.
Only one
No,
of them
not
go for it.
advantage, but the DC will be lower, but it's the regular persuasion check.
The other one got pulled in by a shadow tendril.
I also tell them that, yeah. That was a 14 on the dice. I still can't remember. I'm so flustered. That's a 6 on for persuasion. That is a dirty 20 altogether. Is it? Yeah, dirty 20.
They listen to everything. They are, again, quite difficult to read, Frogget and Tanner, but they are certainly giving you their full attention.
She doesn't have the money to be resurrected if she dies up there. I don't know where she is.
Well, we absolutely don't want that. All right. Well, that's some story. Sorry, I had a lager before I came, and now I can't stop burping. That's quite a story. I won't lie. I've heard this story from Old Drunk George. He's been to us on a number of occasions, and we've the problem is that we have investigated it already, and we put it to bed because there is no one in that house. I promise you, I just went round. I promise you, I opened every door. I looked in every corner. Tanner's got dark vision. Tanner goes, I got dark vision! I promise you, I've looked. There's, it would be wild. If what he's saying is true, it would be wild. You've been in there. I've seen the painting. She's a grown woman who lives in Drashen now. We put this to bed. So that's the first problem.
The fact that she's gone. They're both gone.
Right. So let's put out a couple of theories here. This is what we like to do sometimes when we're on a case. We like to work out what, because I feel like what you're doing here, is what, pardon me for saying it, is what shoddy police work is. It's like you've got one idea of what's happened and you're just on it. So let's just brainstorm it and work out, is there another thing that can have happened here? You're thinking they got, that they're in the house and they're going to be kept there. But what if they escaped and you just didn't see that bit? What if while all the shenanigans, they climbed out a window and they're home now? What if, you're from magic school, what if she was invisible? There's a lot of things actually that could have happened that's not what you think could have happened. Now, I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong, because what you said could have happened. But all I'm saying is I looked, no one in there. You explain that to me. Is it possible that when you go back to your house, or I don't know, the school, I don't know, dorm room or whatever, that Agatha's going to be there and just be like, so sorry. Have you checked her bar? Maybe she's gone to her parents because she got scared. Should we go to the Appenny? Have a look.
You'd let me go to the Appenny?
Well, I'm going to come with you, aren't I? I'm not stupid. We'll go together. But I can see that you're really you're in a state, and it is pretty serious what's happened, but...
Okay, we'll check the Appenny.
I'll say this. You don't seem like malicious. I mean, you do seem like you were wanting malicious stuff on them because you really, you went for it, didn't you? But you don't come across to me like a criminal, like a hardened, thief or murderer or anything like that. And so if they're, if all comes right, I'll try and chat to them on your behalf about not pressing charges. Maybe it all come right. You don't need to panic yet. Let's just up you get. Come on, let's go to the Appenny.
I just fucking follow just like the saddest dog boy.
Do you know what I'm gonna do?
Just like sad cam.
This is sad cam. Oh my god. I'm gonna put a pin in this.
Please do.
I'm going to give Tom an opportunity to...
Try?
Tom hates being the sole person in the spotlight so much. And that, twinned with what was actually happening for his character, I felt like was maybe the most stressful, hour and a half of D&D he's ever played.
I do reactionary work. That's what I do. I interact with people.
Interact with me. Sunny. One mo.
Let's get some cheery music.
I know, I'm trying to find it. Sunny, you step back into the halls of the Divisia Sensus. You, Kai, Cole, Onra, Sebastian, Cinder, the lot of you come back through. You are back in the halls of the Divisia Sensus. You step out of the transportation room office, and Kai's got a bit of a skip in his step. It's been a nice day for him, and the Decatessera crew immediately peel off and walk away, and you just hear as they go a voice going, Cole, I thought you said he was cool. What the fuck? The guy is not cool. And they walk away. And you are left. Kai's like, well, look, should we, I realize you probably, you've seen a lot of me today, but I was actually going to go to the cloister to see Aggro, and
I'm going to go back to the cloister anyway, just because I'm going to drop all these notes off.
That's a good point.
I don't want to carry around all this stuff. You can come to this cloister, and if you need to do anything, you can just kind of drop some stuff at ours and just pick it up later or whatnot.
No, you're right. I'm gonna actually just drop something in my room quickly. He's holding the little pouch of things that, and he's like, yes, no, you're right. I just need to quickly do something in my dorm, but I'll come back, see if Aggro's there. but great day. And he like puts his hand out to shake your arm, kind of thing.
Can I just like
Oh,
like,
yes,
just,
no,
just sort of like
right.
just gently crunch his like fist into a little fist bump. It's like, yeah, no, it was a good day. No, it was all right. Yeah,
That was a good day. I'm glad that you.
I appreciate you introducing me to your friend. You know, like Sid's such a nice guy.
He's one, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's definitely one.
He's such a bloke. But yeah, like, so I'll just run to my cloister, and then maybe I'll see you there in a minute or something.
Sure thing. But you know, if you need to get off somewhere, don't wait around for me. I'm really just gonna give something to Ags, and then I'll like I don't know, bust something, do something. Anyway, and you like there's a kind of awkward thing where actually you sort of have to walk in the same direction, but then you like go down different corridors. And you find yourself back in a very empty cloister, and what do? You're just going to dump your satchel in your room?
Not my whole satchel, just like the notes and like in my I think I've said this on stream before. In my head, he's got one of those canvas military surplus style bags.
Yeah. That
just hangs real low over one shoulder. But yeah, I think
those bags are so fucking uncomfortable. I hate them.
Yeah, they were horrible, but
yeah,
cheap. Yeah, like just pulls out like the notes and all the stuff he has about all the like stuff he got, and just kind of like puts that on. Probably just drops it on his bed, and has so no one's here.
No one's here, but as you put your thing down, you look up, and just sitting on the windowsill of your room is Kimber.
Oh, you're in, Kimber.
Kimber. Hello. What's been going on?
Oh, so it's so just sort of basic, stuff. Just sort of like try to, be true to myself and stuff, and and just been sort of what's been going on with you,
I just sort of float through time and space, when I'm not with you, right. Which is dreamy.
Sounds it.
So, tell me a little bit about. I feel like I talked a lot about myself. What do you? I mean, you're obviously at school. What's? I feel like I don't need to help you like I need to help other people. So I just thought I'd get to know you a little bit and what you're up to, and if there's anything, you don't need my help, but it doesn't feel like maybe you do. It's not for me to say. I'm talking too much again. What's tell me about you?
No, don't worry. It happens to me all the time. So don't stress. Like I've just been sort of like doing what I want mostly, and so I had the idea to challenge myself a bit, and my mom and dad, they were really supportive, and like so.
Oh, that's lovely.
So sort of like basically now I'm here. I used to spend most of my time like I did some sort of like private tutoring. I didn't tutor. I was tutored. I was tutored. I was tutored. I was tutored.
Tutored.
Oh, I never knew that. I never could
sounds right
around that one. But then I also sort of I've got my stables, and like, well, I suppose I don't actually have to do any of the work there, but I like to, so that me and the girls can go, like have a picnic and like on the dunes. You'd love the girls you were, Kimber. Like Bren, right? She does this bit where she like gets a little bit of sand from the dune and puts it on top of what you're eating. She goes, "Now it's a sandwich."
That is funny,
just
but it also food which gives it like an extra bit of edge to it.
Yeah. It's only just like a little bit of sand. Like you don't notice. You don't notice. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. And now now I'm in school.
And how's that?
I had one bad day there, and so 1 out of 5 ain't bad. Like I'm doing. It's not even been 5 days, has it? How many days have you been here?
You tell me. I think that's. I'd say those odds are actually kind of all right, aren't they?
Yeah. Like it's okay. Made some good friends. I don't know where they are though. Like, but that's fine. Yeah, like made some friends. People who are sort of like having a harder time than I am, maybe, or they ain't been really showing it. But like I'm having an okay time right now, so maybe I can do more to be more supportive.
You're gonna be supportive.
I'm gonna try. Like you just got to say sometimes all you can do is be there, you know. You know, like you can't just go, oh, I'm gonna do this thing for you, because like maybe they need to do that themselves. But like, you know, also sometimes if the thing they're trying to do ain't them, then you got to help realise that, you know. It's like what I was saying to the other people, the other cloister. They were like, oh, we need to do this thing, and then what we're going to do is like change all of our classes and clubs, and then we're going to like work really hard. And I was like, I mean, I knew you were acting excited about it, but it doesn't really sound like you. So why can't I just sort of help you? But I seem to have sort of like permanently and irreversibly damaged the power structure in that friendship. So you know, I mean, that's sort of something I can't really walk back.
Sunny, I find that you have this really, you know, incredible way of conversing that has no way of telling a story at all, but also is really insightful and interesting, and kind of the you know, you have a real grasp of language but not story somehow, and I think that's lovely. I just think that's lovely.
It's a bit like, you know, having a meze.
Right?
All of the individual bits are there, but it's not like you're sat down for an 8-course meal or nothing, is it? But like you can just sort of take from it what you want.
You know, some people would just pour gravy over the lot of it and say that that's one big meal.
No, that's not how that works.
No.
That's just
no. So you were talking about your friends who need help. I mean,
yeah, like Hiraeth from like really far away. You know, it seems like he's maybe like having a difficult time with it, or like, not that he was having a difficult time with it. It was just that like maybe like people were looking at him weird and stuff, and like, you know, I think he's doing a good job, but I think he's definitely sticking out a bit more than he'd maybe like. And Agatha's like, I didn't realise just like how much money she didn't have, and it's like it's really worrying that like I sort of like offhandedly put 150 gold in front of her the other day, and because like I didn't really care about it, and it was just one in like, sort of like betting, and I just sort of realised that actually that's quite a substantial amount of money for some people, and it's like like it's a bit sort of like cavalier and stuff like that, and then she's having a hard time balancing doing just like literally everything, and then also Pnevma's having a hard time because she really misses her mum.
but you only had one bad day.
I only had one bad day, and that was mostly because I couldn't figure out who you was, and then you were like, oh, by the way, I'm here, and I was like, sorted.
Sword.
That's lovely. And you know what's lovely about that is that now you're looking to other people and just kind of going, what can I do to help?
You know, like it's what's the point of having a nice garden if no one can see it, you know?
Well, I do see that. I think, you know, when I was alive, it was so much about my life was about doing good, but sort of covertly, or not covertly, that's not quite the right word, but, you know, we didn't want to bugle about it too much. But yeah, and so what's school like?
I ain't done a lot of it, if I'm going to be honest.
No.
It feels like almost every day I've had a special reason to not do like something.
Oh, that's...
which is, you know, fun. It's nice and stuff, but like
unexpected. There might be a test, and then no.
Yeah, so that was what I thought was happening in like the cleric classes, because like they were all like, who's your god? And I was like, I don't know. And they were like, that's a problem. And then, you know, like I said, met you, problem solved. And then like now I'm just sort of just like chilling, because I feel like I've gone from being like really far behind to maybe being like a little bit ahead of people, and like,
oh, you're
like,
just smashing it. Yeah
it's just sort of like, I don't know, it just sort of comes naturally, you know, like if you just sort of like go with it.
Yeah, she just sort of hops down off the windowsill and is just sort of walks through. It's a bit like,
You
so
okay? Are you bored?
yeah, I mean, we just don't. I just wish I could do something, is all, you know. I just feel like she flips over and does like a handstand on the wall and is like, I'm not used to not being needed, you know. You're so good at this already, I feel like, I don't need you to be, I don't want you to need me, because then that means that you've got some kind of sorrow in your life. But I was just sort of thinking, oh, well, he doesn't, I mean, we could really do great things together, or like he could do great things and I could help him do great things. Maybe that's why we've been brought together. I feel like, in my understanding of things, or certainly, my lived experience is that, the force that is magic, generally the tide of it generally brings people together, and you can often find a reason in it. And I don't want to, maybe I'm trying to push why there's a reason why we've found each other. And I don't want to be presumptive and say that you would want to be my champion, because that's, putting the marmow before the sled.
I like that. I like that you said that. No, I think that sounds tight. Honestly, like, I like the idea of helping people, because like it's something I like to do, because it's something my mum does and my dad does. Like if there's a little problem, and if you can like fill in like a pothole, or like like mend a fence. You don't
Are there any potholes? Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean right here. I sort of like, I mean, I tell you what, like, I mean, like, so the other cloister, right? Their whole issue is they've got a really good idea, to like rescue a bunch of people. But it's so dangerous, and then they asked me to do a lie, and I didn't really want to do that. Didn't feel like good, Like in here, it didn't feel great.
What lie did they want you to tell? Was it important?
I mean, it just depends on who's asking, because like they asked me to say that I was sponsoring them to go on this dangerous mission, but what was going to happen is they weren't going to ask for anything of me. They were just going to like cancel all the stuff they enjoy and like spend all their time trying to make money and like get strong and stuff, and then they would go on this dangerous mission. But like, my problem.
Bless their hearts. They must really want to do it,
right? And they're so tight, and I love that for them. But like, my problems are twofold. Like, one, I don't want to say I'm sponsoring someone. They do all this work, and then they go on this dangerous mission. They don't make it back, because I know the space they're talking about going to is so dangerous. It's so dangerous.
What
Kimber.
is
You
it?
wouldn't even. It's the blood sands. I can't remember what it's actually called, but it's sort of colloquially known as the blood sands. Blood sands.
Blood and Sun. Aim Edifos.
Yeah, Edifos. So they were talking about going that way.
Pickun, you've already forgotten. That's my homeland.
Yeah,
No.
But yeah, it's sort of a bit far from that these days.
A bit different.
Yeah,
Bit
but
different.
like, so then I was like, how about instead of me telling them that I'm like sponsoring you, like you could, what if I actually helped? What if I like took you to Callaich? What if I like put you up in a hotel for a few nights? And when you're ready, like, what if I taught you how to ride marmows and like gave you some of my marmows? And like, I thought that way that they would get to do all the clubs they really enjoy and all those things, and like, that's where I was at in my head.
And they're struggling to accept it.
Yeah, because it sort of like shifted the power dynamic, because they've gone like, oh, we're so great that we found a way to do this like independently.
They want to be self-sufficient.
Yeah, and then I've
take
just
a
sort of
handout.
gone, I actually don't want to do what you've got. How about instead I just give you a bunch of stuff, and it sort of like cheapens it,
I do.
And now I went and I didn't want to force it on them, so I was like, why don't you let me know if that's what you want to do? And now I'm worried it's come across as me basically going, I want you to come and ask me for it. Where it's not about that. Like, I've definitely
that's
offered
tough.
it. Yeah, but like I didn't want to force my stuff on them. So I just sort of like, it was a really nice situation. But then they asked me to do something I couldn't do. So instead of just saying no, I just sort of backed myself into being a bit of a bastard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. And so is this something that just happens in school? You just sort of do good deeds all the time? Like, why are they leaving their studies to do it in the first place?
There's basically every year everyone does one big good deed. It's like Big Deed Club or something, but like it's a class. So like we're all in a little group and we're like, let's do one big thing, and then like the best big thing that gets done wins like a like a golden, like a cup, like a chalice of some description, and also some other things like one of them gets like a 3 year tuition or something. But like I don't think that's such a major part of why we'd be looking at doing, you know. So we
Well,
were
I can
struggling
see
for
why it would
ideas.
be a big thing for them.
Yeah, but also the headmaster was like, "Oh, by the way, if you do this stuff for our school, because Kimber, I'll tell you something. The other school, right, is so depressing. It's so sad. It's so.
It's not as
rough
good as
there.
this one.
It's
Well,
not
you picked.
even, It's not even just not good. It's just everyone's so bummed out.
Ooh.
Everyone's like properly on a bummer. Like it's so rough. Like they've properly had a rough time of it.
Oh, so you've had a bit. That must have been a bit of a dark day for you then.
Not really, because like I think we might have found a way how to ride, you know, Dilla over the mountains. So you know, like it's sort of like every time, like I got there and it was like sort of quite oppressive and all that stuff, and then like pretty immediately met a pretty chill dude named Sed, and then he was like, oh, I know some people who make like hover boots, so we were working out. We're doing some. I've got some.
Gosh,
notes.
that's fun. Aren't
Right?
people clever? Aren't people so clever?
They are a bit, and I'm just sort of like, this is so amazing. But then, you know, sort of when you're in that bubble of like, oh, it's just me, Kai, and Sid talking like this magics, and like Kai was going nuts about it. Then we went to like the pub and shopping and stuff. When you're in that bubble, you sort of forget that you're in a town that's recently been devastated.
I know sometimes I completely just clean forget that my homeland was utterly decimated. You know?
No, I can imagine. I can absolutely imagine.
Do you know, I've just had a thought. Are you doing the gold? Have you got a plan for the Golden Griffin Cup?
I mean, I suggested a plan, but like I knew it wasn't going to be Plan A, so I
Let's hear
suggested look, just let's see this, right? We got told it was just to do something big, so like you know, we're like we all do. We all go, right, what am I good at, and how could I escalate that? You know, so I thought, what if I did a big jump on a marmo from one mountain to another? People seemed a bit cold on that, so I was like, let's call that Plan C, and then let's see what Plan A and B look like. At the moment, it looks like I think it's Agatha's aunt or something that's gone missing, so we're probably gonna look for her. Like her Uncle George or something. She said she got kidnapped by I think it was the bloke who likes vultures, yeah, or something like that.
Okay.
Which, you know, seems nice. Like it would be nice to like reunite Ag's family, but like I think there's something else going on there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know that we have anything. I don't know if Hiraeth's got any ideas or Pnevma's got any ideas. We sort
Well,
of
I mean,
just
you know, all I was thinking, I hadn't thought any of it through, and you don't have to say anything. I'm just going to plant a little seed. You know, again, I have no agenda. You feel free to say. I'd almost rather you say no, because then I know that I'm not influencing you, and you have free will and all of that. I still don't know how this champion patron saint thing works either, really.
I don't know, but all the names involved sound sick. I will just say that.
Right. I mean, we'll work it out. You and I know we'll work it out.
But right, let's lay that seed upon me. No way.
Okay.
Not like that. In like okay. You know.
Let's move on. So, you know, as I think I explained to you, I died in Mythenfold, and so there was like a lot of magic that was like emitted during my death, and you know that Mythenfold is now Edifos, also known as Blood in the Sands. So you know it's that was the thing that like made me think about it. You know, so the ruins of my clinic, or you know, some people would call it a temple, but I prefer clinic, is in Edifos, is in Blood in the Sands, and because of the amount of magic that was emitted when I did my final miracle, I can sense that some of my things are still there. And so if you wanted to do a thing, you could go and get my things.
Do you know what? when we were first coming up with ideas, I thought it could be something to do with the saint that I didn't know nothing about. And look, and also I think I said something
Right.
about visiting your clinic, but like it was just. But now you know. Now there's this content. I tell you what. So you don't think it's me, I'm going to put it to the group, and let,
Oh, that would be yes.
and
I
then
think
that
that's
way
very
that
good.
you don't have to worry about whatever this if it's some kind of like whatever overreaching of whatever this is or normally looks like, because I actually don't know what this normally looks like either, so this feels okay to me at the moment, but
I definitely say this. I know that I could sense that there's something there. I don't know how many things survived. I know it's dangerous, so I would want you to be as safe as possible. I can kind of tell you where it is, but obviously my knowledge of what that land looks like now is very different to when I was alive. But I can tell you this, when I was alive and I was running the clinic and we were doing really great work, it was such a great time and we were helping people. And then, of course, that news travels and my father found out, didn't like the agency, that I changed my circumstances for the better. And he began to convince people that I was like a witch and I was creating a cult of people of like, he said it was like necromantic abilities and I was like fiddling with dead people and grave robbing. And he told people I was a charlatan and that I was pretending that I could heal people and I wasn't doing that, which is honestly really like him. Anyway, he got this militia together to like storm the clinic, and I was just desperate that none of the people in the clinic got hurt because it was full of people that were undergoing treatments. So I told my staff to like get as many people out as possible and I would do something to help them. And so I stayed and I sacrificed myself to give them time to go. And I used my connection to the magic force to help. It was my final miracle, and that created this bubble of like, I don't know that it's not a proper shield because I know that I know that is powerful corruption. I do hope that my things weren't corrupted, but I think and the other thing that I would say is this: you might want to talk to some of your masters about it, because
probably.
There was a war, so you might want to be super careful about just taking things, but it's just an idea. And I will be really upfront about everything, and then you can talk to your friends about it.
I love that idea. I'm going to run it past the critic guys. I actually don't know where they are. Like, where should they be right now? Like,
let's see. It's like it's past dinner time now, so they would generally be here.
Yeah, I think it's like
they kind of always came back to the cloister, and then your experience is that everybody very frequently goes to the Apennine.
Yeah, like I'll definitely speak to them, but like I actually might go try and find them soon if that's all right, Kimber. Like,
I was to ask, are you happy with them seeing me, or should we just keep it you and me for the minute?
It's so weird. I was just about to ask if people can see you
like
or
this?
not. Like, it's
Absolutely
so,
like this.
It's fully what I was about to ask, Kimber. They're so good.
Wild.
No, I think it's totally chill. We might have to run it by Hiraeth if he's alright with you, just popping in the room and stuff like that. You think he seems like the kind of bloke that'd be okay with that? Like,
I don't even know if I can do it, but it's that thing of like, so far it's just been you and me, and some people want to be in control of the.
If the question comes up, you'd like to know that you've got an answer to it, sort of.
If I just pop out and then you'd be like, I thought it was just you and me. So that's good to know. All right,
I'm totally okay with it. Maybe I'll run it past the crew as well, just to see if because that would be nice, for you to see everyone, or for them to see you at least, because there could be some conversation. But yeah, that's super chill. Like, I think I might take a slow walk down and see if I can intercept Kai, because he's going to come here by himself. But yeah, no, this has been absolutely tight. Like, I've absolutely loved it. Like,
Has been tight, hasn't it?
it's been
Really
so
tight.
Good. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
So you get up and go. She becomes a little kind of swarm of butterfly bursts, and you head down. I am at that stage of the evening that always happens where I think I'm going to burst into tears if I don't pee. So in the meantime, you guys, Hiraeth, tell me all about what that walk is like to the Apennine, and I'll be back in a tick.
How's Hiraeth doing?
Wait, I have a thing we can do if you. I think you're muted, or you just.
No, I'm not.
Michelle's drawn Kimber art.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I have.
Can I not show it?
I don't know how.
I think you sent it to me on my phone.
I did. Yeah, I can put it in the Discord if not.
I don't think you'll be able to put it in the Discord, baby. I think the not safe for work filter will snatch that one.
It really will. I don't know. It might be okay.
Art.
When did you
I
send
can pop
it?
it in the Discord, maybe. But those who follow me on Patreon would have seen it already, I have to say. Which is why I forgot about it. But while you're doing that, Tom, how you doing?
Yeah.
I will say I'm sorry, and I am trying my best to just not say anything and not do anything.
Hey, you good? You so good. You so good. I was just saying to Sam, to Sweet, that we talk a lot about Sunny's no good worst day ever. Hey,
It's your turn. It's your turn now.
Everyone has a terrible day.
Yeah. There's honestly, I don't think, it's not the most sort of cinematic or the most kind of live show kind of friendly. Hiraeth is very, very quiet, like the entire way there. Oh, what a cutie! What a god! What a saint! Yeah, just very, very quiet. Just, only really speaks when he's spoken to, and even then, there's just not a lot going on. I think, just everything that's happened today, is just starting to kind of all the birds are coming home to roost. Not only did he get terrible news, he was incredibly mean to a friend who actually ultimately needed his help as much as he needed theirs, and then that same friend has disappeared, and it's just sad boy blues. He's here to be cute and do glaive, and he's done neither of those things today.
Walking through the streets of Solare, the sun is beginning to go down. You hear Frogget and Tanner talking a little bit about how, it is that time when the incidents that have been happening around the city would start happening as it gets dark, and that maybe, they need, they're having a discussion about how much time do they give this.
Yeah.
Like how serious is it? And they are having a proper conversation. They're not trying to fob you off, but they are having conversation between them about whether they're going to get, whether there is people on the streets, looking out for ankle slitters. I
think quietly, if they're saying that, I basically quietly say, if you need to put me in a cell tonight, that's fine. Just take me to the Apogea first, and then I'll go with you.
It's the Apennine, but let's.
Shit. The fuck is Apogea?
It's some rash, I think. So, don't worry. I think I'm going to say this. I don't think there's any point in us putting you in a cell. We know where you are. Tanner, I think you're with me on this one. If they go to press charges, we're going to come up to the school and come get you. But looking at you now, doesn't look like you're going to go back out there and start doing crazy stuff. You look well sad. So let's just go talk to Agatha's mum and dad. See if she's there. You know, and I'm going to say this now. Are you sure? Like, before we, because you're just at that door to the alleyway that goes to the pub. If you want to say anything now, I'd say it now, because otherwise we're going to worry some parents needlessly. And that's not me saying at all that you're, you know, not being completely truthful, but if you've got, you know, we're just trying to figure out what's going on here, and if you think not going in there is not the right move, like checking the dorm or whatever first.
I genuinely have nothing more to add than what I've already said. Everything I've told you is the truth. Everything I've told you is what happened in my experience.
Where's your little friend? I never actually got their name.
Fuck off. Lydia, fuck off. Is she not here? I look around. I look for Bing Bong.
You hear in your head, "Don't worry about me! I'm going back to the school! I'm invisible!"
Oh, I love her so much.
Well, you know,
I don't know.
We can't split up, so we can't go looking for her, but she slipped away. Let's go in, let's sort this out. Slippery, the lot of you. All right, let's go in. And you walk into the apony, which is, you know, half full of people. The gentle sound of harp music coming from the far side of the room. Barrels of mead around the central bar area.
Yeah.
And you are walked up to the bar where, let's see who you're dealing with. 1, 2, it's Trace. 3, 4, it's Pete. It's Trace.
I think I've put, I've kind of, on the way in, I've kind of rolled my neck and sort of bunched my shoulders a bit and put on a slightly, and lay on hands my chest to take away the gross fucking burn on the center of my chest a little bit. And I put on a smile and go in. And who did you say?
Trace.
Trace.
It's Trace, yeah.
I go up to the bar and say, good evening, Trace. Tracy. May I call you Tracy? I'm sorry.
Well, you've done it now, haven't you? Yes, yeah. Nice to. That's all right. You can call me Tracy.
Have you seen Agatha tonight?
She works when she likes now.
Oh, God.
And is tonight
as
one
of
those?
Yesterday, she comes in whenever she damn well pleases. So no, tonight we've not seen her.
Okay. Thank you. Can I get a just the biggest, the largest amount of meat that I can get, please?
Of course. Any flavour or just our house special?
The house special will be fine.
Salted mead. We got a little bit left over if you want that.
That sounds incredible. Thank you.
Yeah. And what about you, Mary? Tanner? And they like look at you and they're like, we're on duty, but we'll circle back after work. And she just puts out a very large glass of mead. We've been talking about pints of mead, which by the way is not how you drink mead at all, because mead is stronger than wine. Yeah. So that is a mega pint. So you would really just drink like little wine glasses, but she pours you a large one.
Thank you. I pop the money for Frogget and Tanner's sort of meads on the bar as well.
Okay.
Fucking knock it back. And have Frogget and Tanner gone?
No, they're standing
Okay.
either side of you.
Cool.
Tracy, he's been through a lot, so I'm going to take over. Is that all right, Hiraeth?
Absolutely.
We've had a bit of a hoo-ha, and I don't want you to get upset. Tracy is immediately like, what is it? So, according to Hiraeth, Agatha has had a mishap and can't currently be found. Now, he says he was witness to her going through the top window of the Orthonos house, and Tracy goes, "Oh, fuck's sake! I told her to leave them alone." Pete comes and comes and joins her. She goes, "I can't with that girl. She's a fucking nightmare. I can't. Has she gone missing? What's happened? Is she hurt?" And she's like, "This is what I was talking about. Don't get too upset about it. We actually don't know right now. It's possible we're doing the rounds because something happened, and it's possible, she's not in that house. That's what I'm saying now. She's not in that house because I looked up with my own eyes. So did Tanner. We looked with our own eyes. So, my assumption, though I'm afraid, the gentleman here is more worried, but I'm thinking that she got out. She was either going to come here, or she was going to go back to the school. So I think it'd be a good idea if we check the school, but that's the sort of extent of it. I think they've been pulled into doing a job for, and she sort of points to the corner where George is like drinking, looking at them, and as soon as he sees Frogget and Tanner like looking over, he just goes and like turns around a little bit. There was a story, something about the one that he tells every bloody night, and he sort of pulled them into it a little bit, and to I think what we might be looking at here is, from what I can see, they've been frightened. I can't see that anything got broken there, so there's no like damaging of property, but there could well be. There's the possibility of a restraining order. We'll have to see about that, whether that's something they want to go through on. But more importantly right now is the safety of your daughter and her friend Pnevma. So if you see them, could you let myself, my partner know? It's important. We want to make sure that the safety of that comes first. But I'm telling you now, not in that house. And Pete is very like still and just staring, and Tracy is having a flap.
I think I'm just like looking at her. I'm sorry, I'm so fucking flustered tonight. What the fuck is your dad's name again?
Pete. It's
Jesus.
Pete and Tracy.
Jesus. I'm just looking at Pete, just as still, honestly.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I think what the best thing that we can do is leave Hiraeth here and circle back. We're going to speak to the Orthanoses, but also we've got a patrol because there aren't that many custers out and about. We're down a few custers. We have to patrol because, as you remember, there's issues. But we know where to find you, Hiraeth, and we got to get to the bottom. You got to let us know if you find Agatha and Pnevma. Yeah? Okay. All right. I will speak to you soon. I'm going to pop back in here before closing time. Chin up. We're going to find her. Yeah?
Yeah.
No street in this city is going to be untrod by Tanner and myself.
I have so much faith in the two of you.
All right, you said that, but you were shaking your head. That's fine. I get it. I absolutely get it. I'll speak to you later. And they walk out. What would you like to do next? At this point, Tracy has walked out from behind the bar and is quite simply giving old drunk George a thrashing with a tea towel. You got my daughter! It's all this trouble! You never stop talking about this!
Hiraeth's gonna turn into a fucking line in the Piano Man. Like, it's just gonna be... There's an elf at the bar and he's...
And he's... I think I just look at Pete and say...
Please, Pete, I've got nothing left.
We'll find her. And I'm gonna... Having waited like long enough for Frogget and Tanner to leave, I think I'm gonna leave too, and go to whichever is the sort of pub or club or bar that students go to. Like the last one that was spoken about today in my earshot. I'm gonna wander there. And I'm gonna...
Grapevine is the pub that most students go to.
I'm gonna go to the Grapevine, and I'm gonna look around for... Who's there?
Could you roll for me a perception check? Michelle, I am so sorry that you are an observer so much today.
That was a nat 20.
Oh. Let me paint you a picture. The moment that you open the door to the Grapevine, you can see, like, the windows are steamed up, and the moment that you walk in, it is a throng of people. There is really, really loud music, and it is a bit of a squeeze to get through. It isn't just students, but there's just a lot of young people here. This is yay Weatherspoons of Solarea. And you can see several people from like your year here and second years and all sorts.
Is there any...
Emma are not here.
Is there anyone who that I recognise, sort of in particular?
Amber, your old dance partner.
Amber.
She's like, she's in the middle of the dance floor.
I think I walk over to Amber, just sort of like shouldering through, and
she just sort of like, she's pleased to see you. She like kind of comes up to you as if you're going to start dancing with her. She doesn't.
And I just kind of like bend down and sort of towards her ear and just say, oh, what do I say? Something obscene. I just sort of lean down and whisper, would you like to get out of here with me?
She doesn't verbally reply, but she like turns you around, hops on your back, and goes, "Go!" And you can walk out, and you have an Amber.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I just say, your place or mine, to her.
She would rather go back to her place.
Cool.
What I'm going to do is this. Nikki, you were walking to the Apony.
Yeah.
I would like
Well,
you...
I tried to pick up Kai on my way as well.
Yes. So you definitely have Kai with you. And you know what? It's like a 50-50 whether you bump into any of this shit.
That feels
that's
like
going on.
general results.
So, roll any kind of dice, and it's like odds. You bump into Hiraeth and Amber. Evens, you miss them.
I'm going to roll a d12. I'm going to roll one of the d12s that Ash made. You can't see it very well.
Details don't get enough action.
No, I know, and I'm a cleric, so I'm rarely going to roll them. And they're a good shape. So, sorry, what happens if it's even?
Even, you miss them.
Well, I rolled a 5.
Oh,
That's an odd.
No, I know.
So,
I was just trying to be dramatic about the way we revealed this information, but
Beautifully
also
done.
to me.
beautifully done. So it's up to you what happens now. You pass each other, you see each other on the street. You can carry on, Hiraeth. You can stop.
I just think. I mean, Sunny being Sunny, Sunny's gonna. I think I sort of. I think Sunny, the Hiraeth that is looking back at you is not the Hiraeth that you know haven't got to know in the sort of 5 or 6 days that we've known each other. Like there's like a kind of like primal kind of glaze. Like
I don't think Sunny would like. Sunny doesn't know who this other person is. Sunny has no.
yeah.
So I think Sunny seeing like Hiraeth with someone just assumes they've been having a nice night.
Yeah.
And like so I think Sunny's just been like, "You're a Hiraeth."
I love you, Sunny, and I carry on walking.
Are they at the Apony?
Wait there, yeah.
Okay. What do you mean by wait there? It's just, you know. Oh, if there's a naked woman in our room, don't be scared. She's a saint.
Okay.
You just hear, there'll be a naked... Oh, no, we're going back to mine. Right. And you part ways.
Yeah, like...
Sunny, you walk through the streets trying to kind of work out, it's a bit different. And you go into the Apony. This is like wild, like shenanigans. What is the time? Okay. And you come into it's not busy. The Apony's not busy, but it feels chaotic because the old drunk George is getting a thrashing. Pete is like standing on the bar. He's not standing. He's standing behind the bar, just like looking, eyes fixed at the wooden bar, and there is now no harp music playing, but Agatha's sister Mel is like walking around. She sees you and goes, "You're one of my sister's friends, aren't you?"
Yeah, and you're one of my friend's sisters. You're right. What's going
Yeah,
on? What's up with Pete? Why is he so
Look, there are
like
people
forlorn?
coming in. I think Agatha's having a problem.
Is she not well?
I don't know. She's in trouble though. She's she fucked up real bad.
What do you mean she fucked up?
I don't really know the ins and outs of it, but no one can find her.
Right. Okay. So just let's tailor our language, because like it sounds like she's like she just don't know where she is. Where did she go? Like, did she go somewhere and then she's not come back?
Mum said it's all to do with drunk George. Like they were doing that thing, and now they can't. No one can find Agatha because she like, I don't know. She like, Mum's like, what if she's, I don't know. I couldn't tell you what's happened, but I've not
You're
done anything.
such a good harp player. It's so lucky because, my God,
I'm really, really good.
You're so talented at the harp. I'm gonna go and speak to someone else now. You know, try and calm down, yeah?
Oh, I am really calm. It's just like, you know, I've had to deal with
really
a
calm.
lot, you know? I've had to actually deal with quite a lot. Like, you don't know. I've had to deal with quite, because like, well, anyway, you go talk to somebody else.
No, what I mean is like drunk George or something. I don't mean like I'm gonna go have a fun chat somewhere else. I mean I'm gonna try and like get some more information.
Oh yeah, all right, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And as I assume Kai's coming with me, and as walk away, I'm gonna go. I didn't mean to flirt with her. That was a total. I was just sort of trying.
Well, listen. Everybody has been trying to hit that. She will not give up.
I just. We'll speak about that another time because like there's some just sort of like possessive language in there that's just sort of a bit, but like it's fine. What I was saying was my mum's always told me if you can't say anything, if you can't think of anything nice to say, just make it up. So you know, like you just sort of just say, if I don't want to say a bad thing to someone, so you know, like I just find a compliment when they're struggling. So
I know. I like what I try and do sometimes when I can't think of anything is I think of the last joke that we shared and then I just repeat it.
Oh mate, that's so bad.
Oh no, it's fine. It works. I've never done me wrong.
Oh, so do you say like, oh, do you remember when you said this?
No, I tend to just sort of repeat the punchline, and then they laugh and I laugh, and it's
like you got to understand, mate, that sometimes someone's going to think that you've just told them their joke back at them, and you've not registered that it's their joke.
Yeah, I can see how that would happen. I feel like you are literally standing quite close to Drunk George. And a separate conversation. So I'm actually legitimately worried. I think.
No, yeah, absolutely. I think we should. Hiraeth seems to have been, consoling himself or whatever he's doing.
Does he even know? I mean, he doesn't know.
I don't know if he knows. Let's speak to, and then just gonna literally just go. Let's speak to Drunk George. You're right, George.
He's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right.
We ain't got to be sorry about me.
I got your friend killed.
You what, mate?
I got your friend killed.
What have you done?
I don't know, but she said I got her killed. She's such a good girl.
Christ,
she doesn't deserve it.
George, you can't go start taking credit for bad things that ain't happened because you're going to get yourself headbutted.
All right.
Right. She's messing, don't mean she's dead. Right? How long she been messing for, do we know?
I don't know. I just got spanked a bunch of times. That's all that's happened to me.
Trace.
She's she had walked away and she sort of turns on her heels and comes back. What?
Do you know how long Ags has been missing for?
Well, a couple of hours.
Right, okay, so right.
Couple of hours.
Right, okay. I'm gonna go just sort of have a look. Kai, you come in?
Of course.
Right, wonderful. Trace, maybe don't give this man any more drinks, but maybe don't beat him up. Look at him.
He's barred. I don't know what he's still doing sitting down here. I've told him already you are fucking barred.
Yeah, I think you've been barred twice since I've been here, George. How do you keep getting in?
They don't see me when I come in. No one sees me.
Well, maybe if you just stand up straight, One of my dad's friends told me that I needed to walk like I got a pair of bollocks about me, and so maybe do that. I don't know what that means. I've not changed the way I've walked, but
You and Kai walk out.
Yeah.
You know the way. You've been there. You've seduced someone there before. And so what are you doing? You tell me.
So walk towards the house and look at the house from the outside.
It looks what am I doing? Roll a dice. Perception, please.
Roller dice. Did you make it disadvantage?
No, just because you've got dark vision, right? So that's fine.
You said it, not me.
Good talk, vision.
So there's an 18 on the dice plus 4, 22.
Woo!
Buy automatic dice. They're good for you. At automatic dice. Somebody drop a link, please.
How am I going to remember that it's automatic and not atomic? Anyway, looking up at the house, you're doing a kind of mental spot the difference, and you're like, everything looks the same. Everything looks no. You never quite looked at that window, but you all discussed together with Pnevma. She was like, they painted the windows on the top floor, and you're like, that window is broken. That's because you got 20. That's a high roll. And you point it out to Kai, who doesn't really know very much about any of this story, but he has been on the sidelines with a lot of you discussing it.
Like, I think someone's tried to get in, and it's gone, pear-shaped or something.
All right. Well, let's think this through. Shall we just knock at the door and ask?
No.
No.
No, because I assume Hiraeth has tried that, and also last time I knocked at the door, one of the butlers tried to sauce me up.
Fantastic. Well, here's what I can offer as far as us making a plan here. I have invisibility, lasts a minute.
Right.
I have Misty Step, that could get us somewhere.
Right.
I can levitate and then just pull myself up, so the climbing is quite easy. I can get up there.
Lydia? Sorry, Lydia.
What?
Bing Bong had invisibility that entire fucking time. Cool.
I love that just suddenly clicked into place. Yeah, she did. I've also got, the other thing that I've got, of course, is rope tricks. So if we get in a muddle, and it would have to be a real muddle.
Yeah.
I'll throw a rope, up we go, and we're in our own little room. But we have to come out at some point, so let's not rely too much on that. It's just a good, temporary spot to get into if we're, if there's an issue. So that's what I've got to offer.
Right, so I can do light, I can do mending, I tell you what I'm going to try, because this is no danger whatsoever. I'm just going to sort of point in this room and going to cast a message looking for Agatha.
You have to be able to see her.
You don't?
Yeah. Message you do?
I don't think so.
Check, because my memory of messages.
Point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears this message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
But the implication is that you have to point to the creature.
Yeah,
so
toward. Toward doesn't say it's towards, not at.
I think what you're telling me is that you would cast it.
Message, yeah.
So you point towards the house and you say what?
Agatha, are you there?
You roll me an Arcana check, please.
Fucking what? Oh. There's no music and it's intense.
Oh.
Oh god, 12.
Ooh, okay, with a 12, you pretty sure that you're casting this exactly right. It's not landing anywhere.
Right, okay. So that was our no risk option. Is just sling a message
True
at
that.
me.
True
True
that.
that's why I wanted to knock that one down first. I can cast light in there. I can bless you if you're gonna do something, and then most of it's just sort of like guiding bolt, healing word, cure wounds, cleric shit.
Fantastic, foundational. That's good for first year. So
I can also pull my memories out of my head, but I don't know what you want to do about that.
That's extremely useful later if we get caught and we have to give evidence. I feel like if we're going down the stealthy route, we're going to try and get in that house and see if she's in there. That's the...
Oh, I mean, we don't have to get in. Can we not just get up there and look,
For sure. Let's do that, I think, for sure. We've got
what
to
if
be...
you levitated, you didn't even go on the roof, so no one can even say you did nothing wrong, and I'll cast light in the room, and then, we didn't even touch the house. Like when, you're being, you're little, and, your dad's, winding you up, and he goes, no, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, and,
That sounds sweet. My dad didn't do that, but...
My dad really loved me, and it's really nice.
Oh, gut punched Kai.
Now, I think you probably, if you thought about it one moment longer, you'd know that any magic performed within a house, any magic that lands in a house within somebody's property is considered, that's sticky ground.
Breaking and evocating. Yeah, no, I didn't think about that.
Never do it. So I'm happy to get up there and hover and do that thing because I quite like we didn't do anything. But you cast light in there, but we might not need it. Let's just see what we need, right?
Can you see in the dark okay? Your eyes.
I'm sorry, what was that last bit?
Can you see in the dark okay? How are your eyes?
Yeah, I think I'm how do you it's been so long since I've actually read a character sheet.
He's an Ergenus.
It's at the very front. If you scroll down past senses. It's in senses?
Yeah. Well, no, but what I can do is, I have lights that I can cast maybe from the outside.
Okay, and then maybe what I'll do is I'll just sort of bless you to make you better at doing that,
Yeah. That's very kind of you, but come with, because you've got better vision than me.
Yeah, but I can't get up, you see.
Oh, you can't. Right. I mean, you couldn't. Yeah, okay. All right. And he lifts off the floor and he goes, I'm up I go. And he pulls himself along and then up the wall. It's, it's not very cool to levitate and have to drag yourself up, but he's trying to look cool as he does it. And he pulls himself along up into that final floor and goes to the side of the window and just tries to okay, I'm going to do a couple of rolls for him here.
Did you have bless? D4.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag. You can just sort of be whatever you want. Outside of the expectations of the people around you. So I'm sure you do well.
Up he goes. He is, and then pulling himself back down again and goes, right. I looked in to the window. There are people moving around in the house, so I couldn't look for long. But the room is empty. It's just got some stuff in it.
Right.
It's not a big room. Kind of messy, but there's definitely no people in there.
Well, I don't know then. If they're not in there, maybe they've been taken somewhere else, or maybe they've been trapped, or maybe some kind of magic room, but I'm still sort of relatively new to magic. If you no, wait.
Mm.
How high up is this? The third floor of the thing.
Yes.
Perfect. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic, and I'm gonna focus on that room.
Okay. You can just about get that. That is
At the upper
just
echelon of
about
my
hit that.
yeah.
And you get a similar thing that Hiraeth got earlier on, which is that there's a lot of magic items in that house. And there is also... Why don't you... just because of the sheer amount of it and the amount of time that it would take to pick through all the glimpses, that was the thing that poor Hiraeth didn't get, was time to pick through everything you could see. So why don't you give me... either perception or arcana.
It's gonna be perception. Oh god. 15. No, 14.
It takes you quite a lot of time. It is quite complicated. Sometimes you have to move. It's that thing of getting the 3D thing of what color is that? Oh, it's two lights together, sort of thing. It's really, and what you realize is that it's not just objects. There are also magical traps in this house as well. You can. One of the first things you see is that on that roof that slopes up to the window, there is a magical trap laid, which I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what house it is, what school it is even of magic.
It's a Hufflepuff spell.
Fucking hell. But it is, if I was to put a hashtag in to search for it, it would be along the lines of difficult terrain. And
Conjuration?
within that room, a very bright glow shines. And the name of that... Give me 1 second.
Lydia hates Detect Magic because she doesn't think about the magic schools just at all ever. Yeah. So they don't even come to her easily, which is fair.
Even this is a magical object that would not tell me anyway what it is, so I can't tell you. But I'm gonna say that it looks around the.
Does it do it? Does it summon something? Does it create something? Does it, does it move something? Does it change something?
To be fair, I'm trying to think of what teleportation and stuff is. What is that?
Teleportation is enchantment.
Or what's
enchantment?
Enchantment.
No, it's not enchantment, is it? It's
transmutation. Is that?
Maybe.
I'm not good at them either. So what you got? You got abjuration, evocation, illusion, necromancy.
Conjuration.
It is conjuration.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, you are conjuring yourself somewhere else.
Yeah.
Thank you. Josh got there nice and early.
I should know this. I'm playing a conjuration wizard in something else.
One more second. I'm so sorry.
That's
Fine,
fine.
okay.
We're riffing.
Biffin and biffin and spiffin.
Okay, I found it. It looks similar to conjuration. I know that sounds like I took 3 extra seconds to say exactly what you just said, but
You double check it.
Right.
I was double checking.
What if it's like a bag of holding, but for people? You go in, you get taken into a space. Right, so I only have one other idea, and that is to lure Wexford out and then kick the shit out of him.
and that's just for pleasure.
I genuinely thought you were saying, and that's the end of our episode. I was like, what?
Yeah, so like, look, there's a butler there who's a bit sweet on me, but he's a bit much. I'm gonna be honest. Like, so I don't know if we can try and get some information out of him. Like, I'm not gonna like kiss him or nothing, but like, if we could like lure him somewhere.
Kiss him if you want. I'd say this. My experience of staff is that they are often far more loyal to their employers than you think.
Yes, why I was just like, maybe like I like, you know, tempt him out of the building and then we like get him and be like, oi, you, where's Agath and Pnevma, you
Okay.
bastard.
Yeah. I mean, that's certainly an idea. If we could find a plan that veers away from crime as much as possible, because
I'd love nothing more than to do no crime, but
Yeah.
you know,
I think
we're sort of,
isn't it for sure?
it's you know, it's sort of challenging because like we just don't know where that like there's no way. Oh, what we're gonna knock on the door and be like, oh no, sorry, I lost my flute through your window, can I go up and check it?
That's a flute. Yeah. You know, of all the things that you just looked at through detect magic, would you want me to try to cast dispel magic at all?
Yeah, but then why don't you just spell magic on the big glowing thing in the middle, the conjuration one?
I can try. I mean, dispel magic is not very powerful, so if this is a really big thing, it won't work. But at least we'll know that it's a big thing.
Try that, maybe.
All right. Away I go.
Him levitating up makes me. Do you remember when you were young and you would float in the pool and use your hands to move around the shallow end?
That's exactly
That's
it.
exactly what he's doing.
That's exactly it. It
Belly
is.
down in the pool.
And I'm gonna just do some. Okay, good. Up he goes. You see a little glimmer of arcane power as he casts dispel magic, and then he back down again. Yeah, it didn't work. So super powerful.
What about the thing on the door? Can you try that one? I mean, like, we've got time. No one can see us. You can do it as a ritual or something.
What you want me to do? You want me to do dispel magic on the things on the roof?
On whatever the conjuration, the conjuration.
Conjuration
What he just did.
was the thing that I just did.
What was the other one? You said you didn't say conjuration. You said it was like difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
Because
It's like a move.
They're the two things, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I have seen on very, very paranoid people in where I'm from in Grand Piley, sometimes the very, very rich cast those kinds of spells on their property so that burglars can't get in because they sort of get stuck to the roof. There's a lot of dead pigeons up there.
Well, how did Agath and Pnevma get in there?
That's a really good point. How did they get in?
So would they stick to the outside roof or the inside roof?
No, it's the essentially if you no, you weren't there. Fucking hell, what a knob. Building up 2 floors, then it goes like this, and then the 3rd floor is like that. It's this bit here that has spell put on it that essentially.
Like, how did they get into through the window then?
They would have. I don't know. Are we absolutely sure that they're in there? Like, I don't think it's a good idea for us to do something wild when they may not be in there.
No, I don't know this for sure, but like, you know, Trace, you know, beat a few bells out of old drunk George, so you know we would seem to assume that like some of the information is at least like they told this to her mum, so you know you assume that whoever's given her this information has done so understanding the severity of that.
Yeah. I mean, We know that they're not back at the dorm.
Because that's where we were.
I hate this. Could she be in Jingle? They wouldn't have done a near miss and then gone to Jingle, would they?
No.
They would have stopped in with Hiraeth to tell them that he was all right. And he was fine.
Well, he was focused, which is, different from
Focus
fine.
on putting his knob away.
God, I hate him so much. Mate,
it's just me and you here. You don't need to, right. Something's going on, and, I don't want to do a crime right now, right here.
No,
it's just me and you.
I don't, but I'm starting to panic a little bit because...
Well, let's just go fucking knock on the door.
Yeah, okay, all right, because the worst thing, the scenario is that they're cross, isn't it?
That's the absolute worst thing that could possibly happen if someone is mean.
Okay. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I think I'm going to take the lead on this one because
Okay.
you've already seduced the guy.
No. He sort of seduced himself for me. It was. I'm going to be honest. I was asking some pretty benign questions that got him well excited. I was like, "Do you like birds or something?" And he was like, "I love bird watching, especially vultures, and I draw them in my little book." And it's like, "All right, mate." It's just.
None of that sounds overtly sexual right now.
Yeah,
the
but
way
it was when he was trying to have a sherry with a 19-year-old, and it's like.
You have a powerful force about you. You shouldn't, overlook that. All right, enough of this. Let's
get
go.
That from my mum.
I'm absolutely not going to speak a word about your mum. Away.
Smart mate, real smart.
And there is. And are you standing by his side?
Does he want me to?
He's not stopping you. He's just walked up.
No, I'm gonna hide off to the edge.
You're fully hiding. Okay.
Yeah.
Please roll stealth.
Fucking stealth in sandals. That's a 19.
That's good. But you will have to roll perception to hear what they're saying.
Fucking gladly, Liz. Let's go. That is a 19 as well. Let's go.
You hear bits of conversation because Kai is speaking quite quietly, but Wex. There are numerous voices from the door. Wexford, but then also some other well-spoken voices that are basically saying to him to not bother them again, or they will be in serious trouble with the Custers. We've already been pestered by people claiming that they've done something to one of their friends, and they really, really haven't. And they would just want to spend the rest of their evening in peace. And if people don't leave them alone, they're
They
they're
just
going
want
to
to
press.
watch Emmerdale. They haven't got through.
It is a good night on Casualty, and I don't think Casualty is even on the fucking telly anymore. Holby City, and please let's finish our program. And
can I insight this?
Yes,
I
of
don't know what
course.
else I could possibly fucking do.
It
at
will
this
be a
point.
difficult DC though, because you're way off and trying to hide.
Can I just say I'm so glad I'm not the only one.
Listen, guys, this is tough. Tom, I really don't want you to think. Oh,
that wasn't.
well.
Yeah,
You did well enough. I hadn't even planned for you being able to get as far as you did.
It's 24.
Oh, that's great. That's rather good.
I've got a +6 to my insight.
Yeah.
Sonny knows people. Oh.
Sorry.
It's extremely difficult to tell, but you are fairly certain that they are spinning a rather dramatic story to get people away from the house, and that is not done out of a sense of injustice to them, but out of a sense of get the fuck away from us now.
Can I message Kai
Yeah.
and say, tell the woman that there is already reports of her butler trying to seduce and get drunk brand new students.
What you hear back is just, oh. Oh shit, he rolls really good on deception though. Again, you can't hear him because he's speaking quite quietly, but what you do hear is Wexford going, outrageous! Outrageous! And Kai is sort of wondering to what end he's just said this. But
Man.
I'm gonna message again and just be like, just tell them to tell us where the people are, or this is going to become a public matter. And I'm not talking about custers. I'm talking about local news. We know how, me and Kai know how rich people work. Let's fucking go to it. I'm going to devastate you amongst the Tom. You're going to be ruined. Reputation tarnished. Butler,
He's just a worker.
Doesn't matter.
They won't give a shit.
They will.
what you see is this. Kai is invited into the house and the door is shut.
Oh, fuck.
No, that's good. That's good.
I don't think it is.
Because worst case scenario, they now have Kai with them.
That's all case scenario.
No, as in worst case scenario, Agatha and Pnevma have Kai with them.
Okay, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to pop a pin in that. We do not need to pick up where Hiraeth is for the sake of decency, but Agatha,
Oh, fuck.
you are lying on a ground of mist, darkness and roiling fog all around you. What's going through your mind? What are you doing?
There's panic. I think she's laying there. She's not really moving. She's trying to take in everything that's just happened. And I think she's just calling out for Pnevma and Hiraeth.
Can you... No role needed. You call out the names of your friends, and for a time, that sound does not even echo back. It is just lost into the darkness. And if that sense alone fills you with such dread,
Yeah.
because for a city girl like you, when have you ever been somewhere where your voice doesn't bounce off a wall?
Yeah, I don't think she's used to silence in any form. You know, she's even middle of the night. She's used to hearing that alley cat or that drip on the gutter or there's just always something.
Nell snoring.
Yeah,
literally.
just usually.
Cacophonous. Yeah.
I think she's panicking. I think there's a part of her that is contemplating am I dead?
I can see why she would think that. After a long while of shouting and then feeling swallowed up by the silence and the darkness, you hear, Agatha!
Pnevma? Pnevma? Can I, like, work out where it's coming from?
Roll perception check.
Oh, God. Lydia. Right, I'm sorry, Ash. I'm not rolling your dice. Ever again.
It's Ash's dice that got you into this in the first place.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's not great either. That's a 10.
You cannot work out at all where it is coming from. And again, it's not echoing, so it feels like it's right next to you and also so quiet and far away.
I'm just gonna keep calling out for Pnevma, like moving all around.
I'm coming. And you cannot hear anything but that it's like such a dead sound. There's no ricochet to it whatsoever. And then you hear
Dog? Dog, is that you? Is that the dog?
You don't know. What are you still lying on the ground?
No. I think as soon as she heard Pnevma, like, she just jumped up to try and move towards it and is just sort of wondering if possible.
You are trying to, like, run. You kind of see the fog that comes up to about your knees, like, moving around as you run through it. And as far as you run, you don't ever come to a wall or an edge of anything.
Okay.
Can you roll a perception check for me?
I can. Three.
Okay.
I've rolled so many different dice. It's not the dice, it's me. Can I know it's perception, and I know I always ask this.
Pitch me. Come on, pitch me. How are you investigating?
Agatha's gonna just stand still for a moment and sort of try and calm herself and just sort of go, right, this is just a puzzle you need to solve. Stop panicking. Let's think about this. And is feeling like there is no direction to this thing. So she basically wants to try and work out something she can latch onto, like something that she can be like, okay, so there's no limit to this. Okay, the sound sounds like it's coming from everywhere and nowhere. Like, what can I pick out that's different, that's going to help me, if anything?
Okay, roll investigation. Let's just see. Let's just fucking see.
Right, everyone's rolled really badly. Do I stick? It's
Roll with mate. I've got such an ugly dice there. You know it's
so
going to do
ugly. It's so ugly.
Is that the rule? The uglier dice rolls better?
Maybe.
Maybe that's why Ash's dice is not working.
21.
For you, okay?
21.
Well. Look how fucking ugly this dice is.
So ugly.
My heart skipped a beat. I was like, "Are you about to show me Ash's dice? Because I will hoof you."
No.
Okay. You're like, it's a puzzle. And you know you're not alone here. You know you keep running and there's no edge to anything.
Yeah.
There's no objects here. There's no furniture. And you are moving. And for a second you see something out of the corner of your eye. And it runs past. It's like up above you. It's almost like you can see footsteps.
I watch them and I yell, "Never stop running! Stand still!" And I want to see if like the footsteps
It stops.
Okay, I think I can see you. Just stay there, and I'm just gonna get closer towards those footprints.
Okay, as you walk towards it, it never gets nearer to you.
Okay.
Are you behind me?
I'm to your, and I'll give her like directional things. Like I assume I'm like, what's that? 7 o'clock?
Yeah. She turns and starts running, and it's in the wrong direction.
Stop! Okay.
She stops.
Okay, it's not working. Okay, I think if we just running blindly isn't going to work. Okay, Pnevma's going to be fine.
Agatha, we're not alone here. There's something in here. I hear something growling.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's going to be fine, yeah, because we'll find each other. And if we're struggling to get to each other, then whatever that is going to struggle to get to us. And look, maybe it's just like a dog like that. There was a dog outside, so maybe,
I've only got 3 daggers left. I dropped the others.
That's okay. You can do a lot with 3 daggers. I'm sure of it.
Okay. Am I going? You going?
Okay. Wait, let me just think. And Agatha's gonna try and figure out again, like, okay, because when I, like, gave her those directions, did she, like, turn to go in the right direction and just ended up running in the wrong direction, or was it just, like, she ignored my...
You'd have to roll an insight to work out what happened there.
Alright, let's give it a go. 18.
Okay. She turned and ran with purpose and was surprised when it didn't work.
Okay.
And I think going off, because you got a good investigation check, going off that from way back, what you concluded from what's going on is that this space is keeping you apart.
Yeah. We want to be together, so it's keeping us apart. Agath, Pnevma, this sounds crazy, but I'm gonna move away from you, okay? And I want you to do the same. All I want you to think about is how much you want to run away from me, and how much you don't want to be near me.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Go.
Okay, and I'm gonna try it.
Sprints into the mist to be gone.
I'm just gonna keep going and trying to think. Agatha's like running away. She's gonna like take in everything that's happened today and think about how much she just wants to run away from that school. Like run away from Pnevma, run away from the school, run away from all the problems, like run away from it all. And
here is what I will say to you. The next few hours are spent running through darkness. And you stop being able to hear Pnevma.
Oh god, I just moved further away. Oh.
And every now and again, you hear a rasping sound. And that is where we will leave it.
Oh my god!
Oh, I have a thing. Right.
Save it?
Yeah, I'll save it. I have a thing I want to do. Assuming this is not... We're playing with time in a fun way here so that we can all, interact. Fuck, I have an idea.
We'll pick it up. From there next time.
Yeah.
But
we're back.
We're back. Everyone's back. They're not together, but they are. They're back. And yeah, I think we Sunny and Kai are in the street. Hiraeth is in the dorm room of a pink tiefling, and Agatha is in the dark mists.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much, guys, for coming on this wild ride. There's a smash of genres this evening, a smash of tones, smash of moods,
And smash of bodies.
smash of bodies. You're muted, Tom, so just be aware of that. Maybe this is it for Ags. Maybe she'll just spend the rest of her life in this dark space.
Hell yeah.
I've got faith.
Maybe she'll pop out in Hawkins.
More like hawk outs.
Maybe that's what Hiraeth needs to do, is ask the gods if you can swap places, because then you can run up the hill. Something.
Wait. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you again to our mods. You're all so wonderful. Do definitely go check out the things. Check out Dice and Slice. Check out some of the heroes. We will be better next week in terms of how well we are. Not me saying.
Yeah.
Can I
I
just
promise
say,
you
guys,
we'll be better.
all three of you were not feeling 100%. You rallied beautifully. And a lot of today was waiting patiently for other people, which I know when you're not feeling well is tricky. So I'm really grateful.
Well, Tom got to
for
fake
that.
storm out, I think 4 times, which is fun for him. 23rd of July will begin our 8-day Wicked Charity Week.
Terrifyingly close.
It is fucking horrifyingly close. There is lots more stuff to be announced. Discord, Twitter, all that good stuff. That's where we'll announce it. And on these streams. No Dragon Age tomorrow, but as usual, Wednesdays 7 p.m. and Thursdays 11 a.m.
3 p.m.
3 p.m. They
The
used to be
Dragon
in the morning, right?
Yeah, that was
Right.
when we did it another day. But yeah, 3
I'm not
p.m.
crazy.
on Thursday, but not
Not
tomorrow.
not tomorrow
We'll
because
be back
COVID.
next week. Yeah.
Probably next week. But thank you very much, everyone. And we will see you next Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.